when we flip over the pages of history and reach the 12th century, what is it that we see? The Sultan of Ghor, Muhammad Ghori, armed with a sword, on the rampage, looting and killing. His foremost desire was to see Ghor become the richest country in the world and be known far and wide as the Sone Ki Chiriya, the Golden Bird. This was what India was famously called at that time. Now his greedy gaze was focused on Delhi, on the throne of which was seated Prithviraj Chauhan, a valiant warrior. We have conquered, looted and plundered the mightiest and the most prosperous of kingdoms. But the treasures that Delhi has are to be found nowhere else. If we were to loot the riches of Delhi, our country would be the wealthiest in the world, a truly golden kingdom. Excuse me, Sultan. Allow me to remind you that the ruler of Delhi is Prithviraj Chauhan, unparalleled in the field of combat. Stories say he is impossible to defeat. We shall take up this challenge and see whether it is true he is such a great warrior. Commander-in-Chief, make preparations to invade Delhi. News of the impending attack reaches the court of Prithviraj Chauhan.
We have just received information that Sultan of Ghajni, Muhammad Ghori, is preparing to raid Delhi. Let him attack us. We are not so weak as to be afraid of mere plunderer. We are Rajput, you know Rajput. We are of the martial race and fear nobody.
Prithviraj Chauhan, head bowed, pleading for mercy. Prithviraj, I have committed a grave error by invading Delhi, and I beg forgiveness for my actions. I have heard that the Emperor of Hindustan has the generosity to forgive his enemies.
You have heard right, Muhammad Ghori. We do not strike an unarmed man, even if he is our enemy. We will surely forgive you, but only on one condition. You have to pledge that you would never ever think of invading my kingdom again.
I make you a promise that I will never attempt to cause any harm to your kingdom. Maharaj, I'm just the royal poet, but I feel you should not pardon Ghori, but that he should be sentenced to death.
Chandra Bardai, you are court's poet as well as my friend. I respect your sentiments, but I feel that everyone should be given a chance to reform and make amends for their mistakes.
Having received the king's pardon, Ghori returns to Ghor, but does not give up his wicked ways. He weaves plot after plot, planning and scheming to lay his hands on the riches of Delhi. Soon the heroic tales of Prithviraj's valor reach Sanyogita, daughter of Jayachand, the king of Kannauj. Without seeing him in person, She decides that she will marry him and no one else. Relations between Jayachand and Prithviraj are strained.
We wish to hold the Swayamvar ceremony of our daughter, Sanyogita, to which all the kings will be invited, with the sole exception of Prithviraj Chauhan.
Father, Prithviraj Chauhan has made a place for himself in my heart, and I have decided to marry no one else but him. You have to invite him to the Swayamvar.
That is impossible. It cannot happen. Ever. My enemy can never be your betrothed.
Upon seeing her father's attitude, Sanyogita leaves the court and retreats to her room, in which she declares her love for him and invites him to her Swayamvar ceremony.
My salutations to you, O king. The princess of Kannauj, Sanyogita, has sent you this invitation letter to you, my lord. Return to Kannauj and tell your princess that I accept her proposal.
In the meanwhile, Jayachand is busy making preparations for the Swayamvar.
Get a statue of Prithviraj made and place it at the entrance of my palace, so that all who participate may see that I have him as a gatekeeper.
Soon, this news reaches Prithviraj Chauhan.
O king, we have received information that Jayachand has installed your statue at the gate of his palace. He has reduced your status to a mere guard.
The impudence of that man! I shall teach Jayachand a lesson. I will definitely go there.